Hello everyone and welcome back to our last part of Home Reset series. And today we'll be talking about self-worth. How do we show ourselves that we love ourselves and that we're worthy through the power of interior design? So this particular video is going to be more conversational and reflective. Okay, will be a few things that I'd like you to ponder about and a few tips that you can incorporate today to raise your bar, let's just say, and feel yourself more loving and worthy. But the first thing I'd like you to think about is that your home is a true reflection of you. It's a mirror of what's happening inside your world. So if you were to walk through your house right now and think about 3 to 5 descriptive words of what your home is like, what would you say? Is it inspiring? Is it cozy? Is it creative? Is it outdated? Is it unfinished? Is it sad? What are those words? And we're not here to make ourselves feel guilty about any of this stuff, but write down these words honestly. And you might say, well, I am not the only person who lives in this house. My husband lives here, my kids. How can I take all this responsibility to myself? Yes, but we as women make any house feel like a home. And it's our own little internal world. We create our home, regardless of who lives there. So that would be something that you should start with, and feel free to share in the comments what are your words if you're courageous enough. But it's a safe space, so I'd love to hear what your words are. I will put mine too, and let's have a conversation, okay? Now, the next thing that's quite important is to create a charging station for you. So just like our phones that we plug in every day to charge our batteries, we should think about ourselves the same way. Do you have a charging station for you in your house? And it's only for you. And you can think about some of the things that you love doing the most, that when you're in the zone, you just feel like your battery is literally going up and you feel energized and happy and grounded and put together. So for a lot of people, it could be different things. Perhaps it's a movement corner that I talked about in the previous video. Or maybe it's a little reading nook or a journaling area, or maybe crafts or art or anything you're into that makes you come back to yourself and refills your battery. Okay, so that is quite important. And again, it doesn't need to be a room. It could just be a little corner in the house where you can claim it that it's your space and it's your way to charge yourself. The second thing is quite common, I see a lot. So we may go out and hire a designer and make our house feel so beautiful and so put together, and it's just, ready for that photo shoot for a magazine. But where are you in this house? It's missing you. There's nothing personal about you in this home that says, I live here. This is my space. So I'd like you to think about, or even walk through your house again and say, well, what are the artifacts in my house that say that it is my house? Obviously, one of the easiest way is to have a family gallery wall where you are present. So it's not just children or your parents, it's you. And, in the bigger scale, the better. It could be some other things that are just so infused by your energy. They need to be proudly displayed in a house to show to yourself and signal yourself every day that this is my throne. The other thing you can do, this is really easy, is to upgrade your dishware. Okay, so if you open your cupboards and see the quality of your plates and your mugs and your utensils, how old are they? When was the last time you actually went out and got yourself a proper set? This is an easy way to make you feel like a queen in your own house when you have a proper set with, shiny fork with a shiny knife, you're having your dinner and you're having your morning coffee, almost like a ritual from a beautiful mug that you picked yourself. instead of having an old outdated set that maybe you were given as a wedding gift, 10 years ago, and it's chipped, it's faded, it's old, it's cracked. All that should not be there, because it does not signal that I love myself, that I respect myself on a daily basis. The other thing that is an easy fix is anchors of self-care. So those three items you can think about right away is your slippers, your robe, and your towels in your bathroom. So that whole trio is obviously super well connected with your bathroom, and that's where we shed away our day. We leave behind all the roles we carry throughout the day, and we come back to ourselves again, our most vulnerable and honest version of ourselves. So what do we have there for ourselves? How old are those slippers that you've had? Yes, sometimes we think of slippers as something utilitarian, just there to do chores with. But how old are your slippers? How do they look? How would you describe your slippers? They're as a big of a reflection of you as your body. So, same thing with the robe. When you see a beautiful robe hanging on your hook in the bathroom, it will signal you that, I am worthy of relaxing and restoring and taking care of myself and pampering myself. And it could be a beautiful silk robe, it could be a crisp cotton robe that you like to wear, or anything that, you're into. Have it there. And then the same goes, of course, for towels. When was the last time you switched your towels? How old are those towels? Do they look like rags? Or are they beautiful and plush and soft like the clouds waiting for you to wrap your body in? Okay. And the last thing is something that I tell everybody that is so beautiful to integrate in your home, is to go out and actually purchase something that you almost feel guilty about, because it's a little bit on a more of an expensive side, but it just gives you these shivers of joy. Okay, again, give yourself 24 hours to sleep on this item before you buy, to really see and think and know that it's something that's worth buying for you. But if there was something that you've been dreaming about, and just the idea of having it in your house gives you these goosebumps, and you're just thinking, oh my goodness, I can't even envision if I can use it every day, what would it be like? Go out and buy it. Okay, this video is your permission slip. So if it's a very expensive, luxurious cashmere blanket, or a candle with some roses, or something that's just absurdly expensive, or it's a sculptural sofa with the most heavenly soft textures, or it's a piece of art of your favorite artist, just gives you again these power energies to raise your bar up and make you feel so energized and alive, go ahead and get it. Okay, trust me, because we're not here to live small and hide our best, dishware or bedding down in the cupboards for better days. But I want you to have this beautiful, energizing day, even if it's a Tuesday. It doesn't need to be a special occasion. Okay, because we need to signal ourselves that we love ourselves every day. So this is it. We're wrapping our series, and next week I'm going to start with something very different and exciting. Come back next week. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't done so. Leave a comment below, and I will see you next week. Bye.